My heart is in.
What's going on, y'all? This is BoxingWave. This video here was requested by one of my subscribers, John Lauderbar. I might have said the name wrong, but John, my bad. But here's a video. You asked me to do this video. I really didn't want to do this video. I actually did a video on Artur Beterbiev not too long ago. Actually, when he knocked out Jeff Page Jr., I did a video on him. And I wasn't really trying to do this video because I don't like doing like the prospects against the champions. But the reality is he's beating ex-champions. I mean, recent ex-champions. He has 2 under his resume now. You know, he has now he has Gabriel Campillo that he just beat recently, and you have Tavares Cloud, okay, who wasn't really that good of a champion. Neither one of them was really that great of champions, but yo, it counts. You know, I can't even say he's a prospect. Him and like Lomachenko are the same. You know, I can't really say they're prospects because at any given time they can fight an ex-champion or a current champion. Like, you know, you really don't know. And now Beterbiev and Kovalev are exchanging words. And first it seemed like there was some kind of respect there. Did something tick these guys off? And, you know, I don't know. You know, now Beterbiev has been a lot more verbal, and so has Kovalev has responded to him losing in the amateurs. So there's a lot going on. Now, as far as what I think Beterbiev, how he holds up against the champions, okay? Bernard Hopkins, let's get Bernard Hopkins out of the way first. I would not want Bernard Hopkins to fight this man, okay? This guy has a lot of power, okay? He is physically bigger than Kovalev, okay? He's knocking guys out in the same fashion, but he's actually physically bigger than Kovalev at the same time. As far as boxing skills, I can't really tell. It's too early to call because he hasn't been in a tough fight yet. I can't really see his flaws yet, you know? So I really don't know. On a technical standpoint, how good he is, I really don't know. All I know is that when these guys get knocked down or, you know, get flash knocked down, they switch into a different gear. Okay, so these guys like him and Kovalev, they can switch it to a different gear when they have to. So I don't think we've seen the best of them. We haven't seen the worst of them, and we haven't seen the best of them yet. So I really can't call it. But as far as Bernard Hopkins, I just wouldn't want him to fight a guy like Beterbiev at this point in his career. You know why? Because Kovalev, I really believe Kovalev could have knocked him out if he wanted to. If he wanted to finish Hopkins off, he wanted to. I think there was a lot of respect there, mutual respect. There was a lot of respect there. And I think not until the last round, when I believe Bernard Hopkins hit him with a good shot or something, where Kovalev really wanted to finish him off, okay? That was the only round that I felt that Kovalev really, really wanted to finish Bernard Hopkins off, okay? But I think Kovalev was just very satisfied and dominating him and beating him for 12 rounds and shutting him out. A guy like Beterbiev, something about this guy, I don't know. I could be wrong. I may be over-exaggerating a little bit. Whatever. Just let me know what you feel. But I think that this guy is just a lot more aggressive, a lot more vicious. It's like, I don't know. If he fought Bernard Hopkins, I really think he would try to knock Bernard Hopkins out, without a doubt. I think he would try to really hurt this guy because Kovalev did 12 rounds. I think Beterbiev is going to try to beat everyone that Kovalev beat in better fashion. And Bernard Hopkins don't need to be in a ring with a guy like that right now. I mean, this guy is physically big, okay? His physique is crazy compared to everybody else in the division. As far as Kovalev and Adonis Stevenson, well, we still got to learn who's the best between these two, all right? Because as much as I think Kovalev will win the fight, I always thought Kovalev could beat Stevenson. I was unsure with Bernard Hopkins. I did go for Bernard Hopkins, but I might have been a little biased there. But I always thought Kovalev could beat Stevenson. But in reality, they haven't fought. And Stevenson does have punching power. You know, maybe one of those straight lefts can knock Kovalev out. I don't know. We won't know until we see the fight. Okay, he had a great fight with John Pascal. And Pascal did hit him with some big shots. So Kovalev seemed to be pretty durable. I mean, I know he's been knocked down before, but a couple times. I know Darnell Boone knocked him down. I know what's this guy named recent? Blake Caparello hit him with a flash knockdown or whatever. But we saw what happened to that after that. You know, even Beterbiev got knocked down by Jeff Page Jr. So I really don't know because between Kovalev and Stevenson, I still want to see who's going to win that fight. But as far as Beterbiev matching up against them, I mean, yeah, I think it would be a good shot. And honestly, I think Beterbiev got 8 professional fights. I honestly believe that if it's not going to be this year, I think by next year he will be getting a title shot. I think I don't think. See, Kovalev doesn't strike me as a guy that he's not trying to be no business guy. He's not trying to build a fight up between him and Beterbiev. I think that fight. Listen, if he beats Adonis Stevenson, Sergey Kovalev will be fighting this guy ASAP. And I think it's in his best interest to fight this guy ASAP because this guy is still fresh professionally. He's really unexperienced as far as the amount of fights he's been in. Okay, I know he has a decorated amateur background, including beating Kovalev in the amateurs. I know he's already beaten 2 past recent champions. Okay, but I really believe that him and Kovalev are gonna fight really, really soon. I think it won't be no later than next year. Okay, whether or not Kovalev beats Stevenson or not, I think Kovalev will be fighting this guy pretty soon. As far as anybody else, Beterbiev should be continuing fighting the other top guys in the division. I don't know how close him and Pascal is. I know they were training. I know they sparred together leading up to this Kovalev fight, this recent Kovalev fight. But as far as everybody else, he should take everybody out. He already got Gabriel Campillo out. He got Terrence Cloud out of there. He should try to get all these other guys that have been in the ring with the top fighters. You know, what's the name? Murat. He should get Karo Murat. He should fight him. He should fight Shumanev. He just lost to Bernard Hopkins. Okay, he should fight him. Beat all of these top guys in the division. You know, you got Fonfara out there. You got Chavez Jr., whoever you can get in the ring with leading up to a title fight, get those fights because there's still a lot of top guys that's there and you're already starting to fight them. You're already in the mix. I can't even call him a prospect. Can we really call him a prospect anymore if he's fighting top contenders? Not really. I know he only has 8 fights, but, you know, it's difference between him and like Errol Spence or Felix Verdejo where they're still, you know, fighting, you know, journeymen. You know, these guys are fighting. He's already took out 2 champs. So I really don't know. I can't speak on a technical standpoint because I haven't seen him at his best nor his worst. So I can't tell you. You know, I can't tell you. You know, the level of guys he's fighting. I acknowledge the fact that Terrence Cloud is a champion. I didn't think he beat Campillo, and Campillo has lost to many fighters. So I can't call it. You know, I really can't call how good Artur Beterbiev is yet, but. Based on what I've seen, yeah, he could fight. I mean, he fight Chad Dawson. You know, that's another name. You know, fight all of these guys that were champions in the division. Okay, but I just can't tell. I can't call it yet. But he will be fighting one of these guys soon because he's already in the mix now. I mean, I think BoxRec already have him in the top 10. If I might be, if I'm not mistaken, they might have him in the top 10 already. I don't know how he's ranked by the organizations. I haven't checked on like Fight News or anything like that. But this guy he's up there. He's up there, and he's already fighting on the undercard of all of the Adonis Stevenson fights and stuff like that. And what a fight! One of the other fights in the another recent fight. I think on the Jeff Page Jr. fight, he was on the other card of another big time fighter. Maybe it was Stevenson again, but I don't know. But anyway, he's definitely on their radar, and I think they will be fighting at least by next year. Okay, so anyway, that's my video. Make sure you guys hit subscribe.